Okay, hold on a minute. What's this Tower about? Here's the thing. I think you're wanting... I think you two are in talks about what we're going to do here. And I think you're wanting a reconciliation or wanting to see this through, wanting to work this out. And your person is trying to figure out what their next move should be, and they're not in a very collaborative or cooperative state. This could be Libra, but they're not really into considering you, whereas I think you're thinking like, look, we got to figure this out. Let's, and they're like, I need to figure out what I need to do, not what we need to do, what I need to do about my life, not our life. Because there's been some kind of shake-up, some kind of something with you two. And this is a long-standing relationship or someone that you felt a very strong connection with. Could be somebody of longevity. You grew up with them, but there's trouble in paradise. What's this Four of Pentacles about? King of Pentacles, so it could be Virgo. What's this Three of Pentacles about? Oof. All right, Virgo, Virgo, listen to me. Sorry, Taurus, you gotta give this person space. This could be Aquarius. This person needs space. And as much as you're like, okay, well, I really would like things to get back on a solid track here, I think it's more about preserving the stability for you than it is about this connection with this person. This person right now wants to be left alone. They want to basically have their life already established, themselves already established in like a new place, a new area, a new town, new whatever, new job, new. And they just want to be left alone to think. There's been no decisions made yet. They just want time alone to think. They want their own area and own space. And they're probably not interested in communicating other than what needs to be talked about, like, oh, the key is under this mat or something, or the house is going to show it too, or we need to sign the papers for here, blah blah blah, whatnot. But this is not somebody that's wanting to work on reconciliation or even talking about that right now. It's possible it could be for the future, but I don't think they can see that far ahead. It feels like life is just coming at them very quickly. You're taking this in stride. There's much more stability for you. There's much more control and a practical approach to this. This person is like wanting to they're taking a lot of rash action, a lot of immediate action that isn't for the long haul. It's just situational in that they just want to be extracted from this point and get to here as quickly as possible. What's this Star card about for Taurus? What's this Star card about? Taurus. Okay. Ace of Swords. What's this Star card about for Taurus? Three of Cups. All right, here's the thing. If too much time goes on, you're like, you know what? I will take this energy and this wanting to work things out and put it towards somebody who's willing to do that with me. Like, I'm open to it being with this person, but if you don't want to stick around, I'm not going to force you, and I still plan on finding that. So if not with you, I want a connection like that with someone else. This is someone that they're not interested in any kind of connection right now. This is someone that really wants to be on their own. And it's almost like they're in research and fact-finding mode. And that's going to prompt you to be like, well, okay, then I'm going to be over here doing my thing. You can, freak out. You can have your time. I get it. But that's not going to slow me down because I want connection first and foremost. I want connection and stability. And if I can't have it with you, if you're unwilling, I still want that with someone. So this is... I don't know. It could be that you kind of go off and do your thing, and that might involve dating, it might not, but you're not slowing down any. You're not stopping your life. You're not waiting. You're not holding vigil. You're not doing anything. As far as trying to manipulate the situation or encourage a certain reaction or response from them, you're like, okay, well, you know where I stand. I would like this, but I get it. You need your space. You got some decisions to make. You need time to think. You're reactionary right now, probably upset. Maybe you're even on the warpath. This is your person. And you're like, okay, well, I will bow out. I will give you your space. And you can take as long as you need to, but that frees me up to do what I need to do also, or what I want to do. And it looks like your ultimate goal here is connection instead of connection with this person. So that they're not going to be receptive to it. Maybe you find that with a lot of friends and going out and dating and being social, nothing serious, but just spending time with people that are going to, warm to you and be welcoming, and that you can actually have a conversation with, that are going to be nice to you, and instead of kind of the cold shoulder like you might be getting from this person. So, because they're wanting nothing to do with connection with you right now. So this is about being around people. If it's not about you dating and finding someone else, this is about you kind of putting the relationship and its issues on a shelf, and surrounding yourself with people that care for you, that are kind, a lot of friendship, a lot of social activities, a lot of keeping yourself busy, so that your mind doesn't start to fixate on this and machinate and all that. We got the sun and the star here. This is about you remaining optimistic and trusting, whatever happens, it's for the best, and it's all about things working out for the best for both of us. So I'm just going to believe that that's going to happen, and I'm not going to slow myself down any over this. I'm still going to keep going. It looks like the practical approach is what not saves you, but just keeping your eye on your future longevity and security, and keeping that slow, steady, methodical pace that you do, the way you approach things, at least for the Tauruses I'm reading for, is going to be just very comforting, I guess. It's kind of your default anyway, but it really serves you well here because you're not reactionary. You're not freaking out. You don't lose anything by giving this person their space. It's not like it costs you to have to be accommodating, or you kind of go off the rails for a little bit also, and then you've got to get yourself back on track. There's no love loss here per se. Your ultimate pursuit, what's showing here, is connection, and finding someone you really fit with and have that good fit. So if this person is not it, if this has run its course, you're open to finding that with someone else, but it's not like you're in any hurry. Yourself and your future security is the priority here. So this person's going to want to, it's like, well, I'm just going to this and that, and I'm going to leave and maybe slam the door. Or there's not even hardly any kind of reaction like that. It could just be someone that's very methodically, coldly, detachedly exiting. They're uncoupling, right? And you're just like, okay, well, I'm going to be over here. You said your piece, and it's out there, and then you're off doing your own thing. And that what happens with them remains to be seen, but you're not losing any sleep over it. It looks like you're keeping yourself busy. You're still very much in charge of where your time is being spent, what you want to do, who you want to do this with. And it could be even that you enjoy your work anyway, that you're happy to work and steadily. Everything about this is a methodical progression for you. This person is kind of going like this, whereas you're just doing like this. So, yeah. Not slowing down any, not losing any ground. The thing is that this is going to... 7 months from now. Because I got 7. I know it's not weeks. We got October. So that's... So about, okay, May-ish? April-ish? May-ish? Turning point. There's going to be a shift. I don't know what it is, though. Maybe you're going to stop being open to this, but there's a shift coming. It's not going to be till about mid-April, May, that time frame. I know this is an 8, the star's an 8, but I got 7. So, And can I just say, good for you for taking this approach, just because you need your space too. Like, just because you're giving someone their space doesn't mean they get to abuse you physically, or of course not physically, nor verbally, nor emotionally. It doesn't mean you're a doormat. You're just, okay, I'll bow out. You go ahead. I see that you're needing to do this. I got you. I'll be over here. But that doesn't mean that someone gets to be cold or petty or vindictive. That's not, and it doesn't look like it's not showing here. It looks like they're just kind of prizing their own interests and they want out. Definitely to think beyond that, I don't know, but there's a shift mid-April to mid-May. That's when some kind of decisive action, when everything might be understood, or it's finally all the cards are out on the table. We can look at everything and make the final decision, whatever that is, but about 7 months from now. Anyway, it doesn't look like this person's wanting to be petty. They're just really wanting to prioritize their own needs and their own agenda. And for some of you, that might be someone wanting to get a new place and move out and this and that and end it for good. And others of you, it could be someone wanting to be petty, but it doesn't feel like it. It just feels like someone's solely focused on getting their stuff sorted. Queen of Cups. You could be dealing with a Cancerian, Pisces, or Scorpio. But this is probably a time for you to prioritize. Maybe the reason why you're in a good mood is because this person finally wants to leave. Not good mood, but maybe why you've got this feeling like, hey, everything's going to working out, is because you haven't lost any ground. You're still whole for all intents and purposes. This situation is exiting your life post haste. Like, they really want to get the hell out of Dodge. If nothing else, just to think, they want to be completely separate and by themselves, which, if I'm honest, it gets them out of your hair, because you don't want this drama and tension. You got work to do. It looks like you really prioritize that part of your life because it brings a lot of stability. So you're very protective of that, as you should be. And with this situation kind of exiting for now, you get to focus on yourself. You get to have that time. Maybe you've been not able to socialize with friends or whatnot. You get that back here. And they're able to uplift and counteract any negative thinking or things just that they get to keep you they get to reinforce you staying on the straight and narrow and doing the things that reinforce your stability and what matters to you right now. It's a very supportive communal time. So there's that, which is good, because you don't need the drama here. It's just you two it's like your two ships passing in the night. You're not even, you're just not on the same page. Your priorities are completely different. What else for pain. See, now that's something it could be that's why you're like this, because this person, there's just a lot of pain here. But it doesn't feel like it. To be honest, I don't know how this fits. Maybe they're in a lot of pain. That's why they're just like cutting and leaving. It could be that you decide that it's just not worth it to stick around or to wait or to try, and be hopeful that this person will kind of see things differently or shift their perspective, and you realize it's time to walk away from this. You're not there yet. It could be that that's coming. It could be this is why that person left those, because they're just really heartbroken and upset. But I don't know why. And I get that things don't work out. They don't work out. But you're the one that's like, hey, I'm going to try to work this out. Like, I would like to spearhead this. Let's figure out a way. And they're just like, no. Obviously, they have their reasons. And it looks like you're not going to chase them. But for them, it's almost like they're just going to take it and run with it, and they don't even want to consider other options. They really just want to exit. Quite possibly because they feel like this has been very painful for them, so they need to practice some self-care also. Could be this is a reprieve for both of you, a healing for both of you. hearth, happiness in our hearts and homes. Well, we got the Sun card here. Are you glad they're gone because it gives you a break too? I mean, is it just too chaotic and tense for you two to be in the same area and, situation? There's too much conflict, too much nah. So we got 2 of Wands, 2, 4, 6, and 8 of Wands. All right, so whatever has happened, whatever this Tower moment was dealing with both of you, it could be that someone's past issues are coming to the fore and they've just had it, or they can't keep up the facade anymore, or someone from their past or your past came in and interrupted the flow of things. Could be that just old grudges and everything kind of came to the surface, and it was just time for you two to go to your separate corners, that you both need this reprieve for some healing and for just self-care that might have been long neglected, because you are sitting here trying to fix and salvage the relationship, and they're just like, I gotta go. So all of a sudden that's opened up a lot of choice and opportunity and decisions to be made unexpectedly so about your future. So whatever you're deciding on now, whatever plans you're both making, you're both doing it separately. These are unexpected changes, opportunities, and plans happening in both of your futures. Was there cheating? Did somebody find out about something that they just couldn't abide and that's why they took off? Or because it looks like you're a lot more willing here to work on things, or to at least try to come up with solutions or something, and your person's just like, they can't get out the door fast enough. They just want to be by themselves. But honestly, like, if you're okay with this, then that's exactly where you should be, because we got the Sun here, and it's like maybe both of you feel like, this is what's best right now. There certainly is no love loss or upsetness on your part here. This might be how your person's feeling. The pain and the sadness, there must have been, I don't know, I'm not the same person that you remember. Is this someone leaving in shame because they did something against the relationship and they're just like, I just gotta go, I need to think, I don't know what's going on with me, or a lot of questions. There's so many questions I have, but what is showing here is that you're willing to work this out, but they are not. They need space and time, and they want to be left alone. They don't want you to come after them. This is a good time for you to shore yourself up and be around people and friends who care about you. This person looks like they're going to be spending a lot of time alone and by themselves, and they just want to think. Any kind of relationships or involvements that they're going to be having are going to be kept at arm's length. And it looks like they just want to hole up and to be by themselves and heal. And all of a sudden they might find themselves faced with a lot of decisions they have to make about their future. Everything, it feels like life is coming at them like Mach 3, whereas you're methodically moving forward.